Asterisk. Video opens with a dizzying, fast-paced montage of pop art visuals. A perfectly manicured hand arranging items on a desk with obsessive precision. A person on a crowded subway, eyes closed, desperately trying to find a moment of peace. A ticking clock, the second hand moving with agonizing slowness. The colors are lurid and oversaturated, neon pinks, electric blues, acid yellows. The music is a low, anxious synthesizer drone. Have you ever felt it? That quiet, creeping desire for everything to just stop? For the noise of the world to cease, for the demands of others to fade, for the relentless forward march of time to grant you a single moment of undisturbed silence. A perfect, pristine, predictable peace. We all chase this feeling. We build little fortresses of habit, tiny kingdoms of routine, all in service of this one goal. But there's a danger lurking in that desire. A point where the pursuit of tranquility becomes a form of tyranny. Where the need for control becomes an obsession that consumes you from the inside out. I call this phenomenon the ghost's paradox. It is the desperate, all-consuming need to be so perfectly average, so flawlessly unremarkable, that you become invisible to the chaos of life. A ghost in your own existence. But in your quest to erase yourself from the world's ledger, you create an inner world of monstrous anxiety and violent control. And by the end of this session, you will not only understand this paradox, you will be given the keys to dismantle it. You will learn how to achieve a true peace, not the fragile, sterile peace of a prison cell, but the resilient, dynamic peace of a fortress. Asterisk. The frantic visuals slow down. We see a close-up of a person's face, a single bead of sweat rolling down their temple. The shot is intimate, uncomfortably close. The colors soften slightly, but the anxiety remains. Let's be honest with each other. You know this feeling intimately, don't you? You have crafted the perfect morning. The alarm is set for exactly 6:47 a.m. Not 6:45, not 6:50. The coffee beans are ground to a precise consistency. The water is heated to a non-negotiable 92 degrees Celsius. You sit in the same chair, look out the same window, and allow yourself exactly 12 minutes of quiet contemplation before the day can begin its assault. This isn't just a routine. It's a ritual. A sacred ceremony to ward off the encroaching chaos. And then, the phone rings. An unexpected call. Or a neighbor starts construction an hour early. Or you discover you're out of your specific brand of oat milk. And the feeling that rises in you, it isn't mild annoyance, is it? It's a hot, acidic wave of rage. It feels like a violation. A personal attack. Someone has trespassed upon your meticulously curated sanctuary, and they have tracked their dirty footprints all over your peace of mind. You feel it when you plan a project to perfection, only for a colleague to demand a last-minute change. You feel it when you've scheduled a quiet evening alone, only for a friend to insist on a spontaneous night out. The world, with its relentless, unpredictable energy, feels like a constant threat to the fragile ecosystem of your inner life. So you withdraw. You build your walls higher. You double down on your systems. You curate your social media to a perfect aesthetic. You organize your files into a labyrinth of nested folders. You create a life that looks calm, ordered, and beautiful from the outside. But here is the hidden cost, the insidious fine print of the ghost's paradox. The more you tighten your grip on the world around you, the more your inner world becomes a pressure cooker. Your quiet life isn't a sanctuary, it's a cage. And the thing you are desperately trying to cage is you. The messy, unpredictable, emotional, chaotic, human part of you. This path does not lead to peace. It leads to a profound and terrifying isolation. It leads to a life where you are the warden of your own soul, forever terrified of the prisoner rattling the bars. It leads, if taken to its absolute extreme, to the mind of a monster. It leads to the mind of a man named Yoshikage Kira. Asterisk. The screen explodes with flamboyant, JoJo-esque visuals. We see the stylized, anime figure of Yoshikage Kira, dressed impeccably. He has shown in impossible, Vogue-like poses against psychedelic backdrops of Morio Town. His expression is unnervingly calm, almost blank. In the bizarre, beautiful, and brutal world of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, within the deceptively peaceful town of Morio, lives a man who is the perfect, horrifying embodiment of the ghost's paradox. Yoshikage Kira is a handsome, successful, 33-year-old salaryman. He is meticulous. He is punctual. He is unremarkable in every conceivable way. His greatest ambition, the singular driving force of his entire existence, is to live a quiet life. He avoids conflict. He shuns competition. He has no desire for fame, for wealth, for dramatic love affairs. He wants only to be like a plant, to exist, to be nourished by routine, and to be left utterly, completely alone. And he is a prolific serial killer. This isn't a contradiction. It is the core of his entire philosophy. For Kira, his horrific acts of violence are not a deviation from his quiet life. They are a necessary component of it. They are the brutal, bloody maintenance required to keep his garden of tranquility perfectly manicured. To understand how to escape this paradox ourselves, we must first dissect the chillingly logical architecture of Kira's mind. We must understand the three pillars that uphold his prison of peace. Pillar 1. The cult of the average. Kira has an obsession with being unnoticeable. In his famous monologue, he boasts, "I make it a point not to trouble myself with any enemies, with winning or losing, that would cause me to lose sleep at night." He never aimed to be number one in school. He avoids promotions at work. He is a ghost by design. This is a profound psychological defense mechanism. To be noticed is to be judged. To be judged is to be vulnerable. To be vulnerable is to be open to the chaos of other people's expectations, desires, and conflicts. By aiming for the dead center of the bell curve, Kira attempts to achieve a state of social invisibility. He believes that if no one truly sees him, then his inner world, with all its monstrous secrets, can remain inviolable. It is the ultimate camouflage. He hides in plain sight by becoming the very definition of nothing to see here. Pillar 2. The sanctity of the routine. Kira's life is a tapestry of unchangeable rituals. He leaves for work at the same time. He eats the same lunch. He buys his sandwiches from the same shop. And, most chillingly, he measures the growth of his fingernails, seeing their rapid growth as a sign that his murderous urges are building. A harvest that he will soon need to reap. These are not merely habits. They are his religion. Each completed routine is a prayer that reinforces the walls of his sanity. The routine is the cage for his homicidal nature. As long as the cage is intact, as long as the rituals are performed without interruption, he can maintain the illusion that he is in control. But the moment a single bar of that cage is rattled, the moment someone takes his lunch bag by mistake, his entire world collapses into homicidal panic. The routine is not a source of strength, it is a measure of his fragility. Pillar 3. The compartmentalization of violence. This is the most terrifying pillar of all. Yoshikage Kira does not see himself as an evil man. He sees himself as a man with an unfortunate biological imperative, like a deep-sea fish that needs immense pressure to survive. His desire to kill is, in his mind, a natural part of him, an unfortunate but manageable condition. He has surgically separated his identity as a peaceful man from his actions as a murderer. The violence is not him. It is a task. A chore. A messy bit of gardening that must be done to keep his life pristine. His stand, the supernatural manifestation of his psyche, is called Killer Queen. Its primary ability is to turn anything it touches into a bomb, leaving no trace, no evidence, no mess. It is the perfect power for a man whose entire existence is dedicated to erasing any evidence of his own inner chaos. He isn't just cleaning up a crime scene. He is trying to bomb his own darkness out of existence, to pretend it was never there at all. This brings us to the central analogy, the key to understanding this entire twisted psychology. Yoshikage Kira's quiet life is a bonsai tree. Asterisk, visuals shift to a stark, minimalist shot of a beautifully sculpted bonsai tree on a pedestal. The colors are muted, then, intercut with flashes of sharp, violent imagery. Shears snipping brutally, wires twisting branches into unnatural shapes, roots being hacked away. From a distance, it is a perfect image of nature brought into serene, miniature harmony. It is balanced, controlled, and peaceful. But what is the process of creating a bonsai? It is one of perpetual, controlled violence. The artist must cut the branches, starve the roots, twist the trunk with wire, and systematically mutilate the tree's natural desire to grow. The tree's peace is an artifact of constant aggression. This is Kira's soul. He is both the tree and the gardener. He prunes away any relationships that might grow too complex. He wires down his ambitions to keep them small and manageable. And he brutally cuts away any person who threatens his carefully sculpted shape. He is a man at war with his own nature, and he calls the battlefield peace. But we are here not just to analyze the madness. We are here to learn from it. For within Kira's pathology lies the map to our own liberation. How do we cultivate a genuine peace, a mighty oak rather than a tortured bonsai? You are not a serial killer. But you may be the meticulous, obsessive gardener of your own soul, twisting yourself into knots to maintain an illusion of peace. It is time to put down the shears. It is time to learn a new way of gardening. Here are 4 practical techniques to dismantle the ghost's paradox and cultivate a resilient, authentic peace. A peace that can withstand the storms of life, not one that shatters at the first gust of wind. Step 1. Audit your sanctuary. For the next week, I want you to become an archaeologist of your own habits. Take a notebook and identify the routines you cling to for your sense of control. The non-negotiable morning coffee. The specific route you take to work. The way you must arrange your desk before you can be productive. The TV show you have to watch to unwind. Next to each item, I want you to ask one brutal, honest question. Does this routine serve me, or do I serve it? A healthy routine is a tool. It saves you energy and automates good decisions. You are its master. An unhealthy routine is a compulsion. It drains your energy with the anxiety of maintaining it. You are its slave. Be ruthless. Ask yourself, what am I afraid will happen if this routine is broken? If the answer is a disproportionate amount of anxiety or anger, you have found a wire on your bonsai. You have found a bar on your cage. The first step is simply awareness. See the cage for what it is. Step 2. Practice controlled chaos. The reason Kira shatters when his routine is broken is that his system has zero tolerance for error. He is psychologically brittle. You must train yourself to be psychologically flexible. You will do this through the practice of controlled chaos. This is a form of exposure therapy for the control-obsessed mind. Once a day, I want you to deliberately, consciously, and playfully break one of your minor routines. Take a different street on your way home. Order a coffee you've never tried before. Listen to a genre of music you think you hate. Go to a different grocery store. Strike up a 3-sentence conversation with the cashier. These are small, harmless acts of rebellion against your inner warden. The goal is to teach your nervous system, on a biological level, that deviation from the plan is not a catastrophe. It is simply information. It is life. At first, it will feel uncomfortable, even agitating. But with practice, you will expand your window of tolerance for the unpredictable. You are not losing control, you are expanding the territory you are comfortable in. Step 3. Integrate your shadow. Yoshikage Kira's fundamental mistake is that he denies his own darkness. He compartmentalizes his monstrous nature, pretending it is separate from him. This is what gives it so much power. What we resist, persists. What we exile from the conscious mind festers in the unconscious, erupting in uncontrollable ways. You must do the opposite. You must invite your shadow for a cup of tea. This is not about acting on your dark impulses. It is about acknowledging them without judgment. The psychologist Carl Jung, a man who knew more about the shadow than anyone, believed this integration was the key to a whole and healthy life. Here is a practical method: shadow journaling. Find a private space. Write down the ugly thoughts, the petty jealousies, the irrational anger, the selfish desires, the thoughts you would be horrified for anyone else to see. Write, "A part of me feels," and then let it out. A part of me is furious that my friend got that promotion. A part of me wants to just quit my job and run away from all my responsibilities. A part of me feels a surge of satisfaction when someone I dislike fails. Do not judge it. Do not analyze it. Simply observe it. By writing it down, you are taking it out of the terrifying, nebulous realm of the unconscious and putting it on the page. You are looking it in the eye. And you will realize that a thought is just a thought. A feeling is just a feeling. It is a piece of data. It is not a command. Kira is a slave to his urges because he pretends they don't exist. You will become their master by acknowledging their presence. Step 4. Redefine peace. Finally, you must fundamentally change your definition of peace. Kira's definition of peace is an absence of problems. A sterile, controlled, static environment where nothing ever happens. This is the peace of the tomb. It is lifeless. The new definition, the definition of a truly resilient soul, is that peace is the ability to handle problems with grace. True peace is not a quiet harbor where no storms ever rage. True peace is learning to be a world-class sailor, capable of navigating any storm with skill, calm, and confidence. It is an internal state, not an external condition. It is the quiet confidence that says, I don't know what the day will bring, but I know that I can handle it. This is the peace of the warrior, the philosopher, the artist. It is a dynamic, living peace. It is the difference between a glass sculpture, beautiful but fragile, and a forged steel sword, beautiful and unbreakable. Does this philosophy actually work? Does this path of integration and flexibility lead to a stronger life, while Kira's path of control and denial leads to ruin? For proof, we need only look at the end of his story. Yoshikage Kira's downfall is the ultimate validation of our thesis. His meticulously constructed world, his life's work of achieving perfect, unnoticed peace, is not brought down by a master detective or a grand conspiracy. It is brought down by a sandwich bag. A simple, stupid mistake. A moment of carelessness born from arrogance. He accidentally takes a bag belonging to a schoolboy, Shigechi. This single, tiny, unpredictable variable enters his hermetically sealed system, and the entire structure begins to collapse. His reaction is not one of masterful cunning. It is one of sheer, screaming panic. He is forced to kill Shigechi, which draws the attention of our heroes. Every step he takes to reclaim his quiet life only drags him further into the chaotic spotlight he so desperately fears. He is forced to change his face, his identity, to hide within another family, a grotesque parody of the peaceful life he craves. His quiet life was a house of cards. It was so impossibly fragile that a single misplaced lunch was enough to condemn it. This is the ultimate fate of anyone who follows the ghost's paradox. A life built on the denial of chaos will inevitably be consumed by it. Because life is chaos. Contrast this with a truly ancient and powerful philosophy, Stoicism. Think of the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Here was a man who sat at the center of a chaotic, crumbling empire. He was surrounded by plague, war, betrayal, and the crushing weight of responsibility. By all measures, his life was the polar opposite of quiet. Yet, in his private journals, the Meditations, he writes with a profound and unshakable tranquility. He did not achieve peace by trying to eliminate the chaos around him, an impossible task. He achieved it by cultivating an inner citadel, a fortress of the mind that was impervious to external events. He practiced the principles we have discussed. He audited his own desires. He accepted the unpredictable nature of fate. He acknowledged his own flaws and fears without being ruled by them. He defined peace not as an absence of struggle, but as virtue and resilience in the face of struggle. Marcus Aurelius ruled the world, yet was the master of himself. Yoshikage Kira could not even rule his own small town, because he was a slave to his own compulsions. One built his peace on a foundation of solid rock. The other, on a carefully arranged pile of sand, forever terrified of the coming tide. The proof is clear, both in the grand tapestry of fiction and the hard-won wisdom of history. The pursuit of a perfect, controlled, quiet life is a beautiful lie that hides an ugly truth. It is the path to fragility, anxiety, and, in the end, self-destruction. The path to true peace lies in the opposite direction. It lies in embracing the beautiful, terrifying, unpredictable dance of life itself. Asterisk, the music swells to a final, grand crescendo, then fades into a thoughtful, ambient tone. The visuals become simple and direct, text on a colored background. The story of Yoshikage Kira is a warning. It is a dark mirror held up to that part of all of us that craves order, that fears the unknown, that wishes the world would just be a little quieter. But now you hold the map out of his manicured, blood-soaked garden. You have the tools to stop being the terrified ghost in your own life. So I leave you with a question. Look at your own carefully constructed world, your own sacred routines. What is the one small, irrational, ritual in your life that brings you the most comfort? And what do you honestly believe would happen if you were forced to break it tomorrow? Let us know in the comments below. There is power in seeing our own cages reflected in the stories of others. And if you believe that understanding our inner monsters is the first, crucial step to mastering them, if you seek to turn psychology into a superpower, then you have found your tribe. Join the Pantheon. Subscribe to Golden Spirit. The obsessive pursuit of a quiet life is a twisted form of perfectionism. To see how that very same drive can manifest not in a villain, but in a so-called hero, you must understand the psychology of those who seek not to disappear, but to become gods. That is why you must now watch our analysis of Light Yagami and the psychology of the justice complex. The link is on your screen. Be brilliant. And be brave enough to be messy. We'll see you in the next session.